Okay, so we're going to learn a little bit of Kamarna, Zorchai really. You know, and I remember a long time ago a friend of mine asked me about this. Um, on the one hand, we find, or Nachman especially, you have this Torah where we see that a person has to run away from bad thoughts. He said it's like you're riding a horse. And, you know, I saw this person. He said he was giving a shear. Rabbi Vieri, I think his name is a really good person, and he was like, "Does anybody ride?" There's a guy who rode. He's like, "Yeah, I ride." He's like, "Is it easy to move a horse with a halter or hard?" He's like, "It's super easy. You just move the bridle, whatever. It goes exactly the direction." He said, "That's the thought. You have to get your mind. Just go somewhere else. You're not going to. It's like a clock ticking. The seconds ticking off. Just get the train of thought going in a different direction, and everything's fine.
Meaning you can't stop.
Just don't look back. Don't look back.
Meaning you can't.
Let the guy stand there. Don't look back.
Meaning you can't stop thinking about something, but you could think about
You could
something
think,
else.
yeah, it's easier. It's much easier. And really, it's in Rishonim about this, about different avoda things. I don't remember where. There's a Ravid or something. He's like, yeah, you can't think two thoughts at once. Because there are halachas. So I always bring this. It was such a funny thing to have this guy tell you, where there's the guy's a big misnagi, this person. I'm talking a big time talking, but very big misnagi. It's like, I don't know, not because you have two thoughts. It says he started bringing Makaras and different Rishonim and Achrayim. I don't know if Rishonim. Achrayim, he's like, he writes his introduction. He thought two things at once. I'm like, okay, that's training. He trained his mind, or he's an exceptional mind. But most people naturally, when you're sitting there just sitting around, you're naturally thinking one thought, not two thoughts at a time. So it's not that hard to move on to something else. It's not that. That's the nature of things. It's someone who trained his mind. He picked chess, write a letter, and write it very nice. He's unusual. He opened his mind, or he's very exceptional. Again, it's the Rishonim though. They bring it. The Mamish bring it. Rav Kelm brings it also from the Rishonim. It brings from the Mamish. There are halachic sources that are clear that this is a yisod, a general rule that goes across. If you don't like the Reinach, say, well, it's in the right. It's got to be kosher, right? So actually, I'm just kidding. Actually, so he said, on the one hand, we find you have to run away from bad thoughts. On the other hand, we find is a bechina that defeat the bad thoughts. You can see it Shemayim when it's a tikkun, and you can pick up the thought, and you can yes, and you're like, he's like, which is it? So Truth of Nassim actually says explicitly. It could be other places also that it sort of depends where the person's holding. If you can uplift it, wonderful. If you can't uplift it, get out of there, man. That's like, and again, and right now, but also he said, really, when a person's on the level, he's just not going to have these thoughts at all because he's in a holy, holy place. And it doesn't mean he's not going to have ever such a bad. Like the Rambam says, you get a bad thought on the spot. It's like it doesn't have any meaning. It just hits you. So the person's hit with such a thought. So if you can elevate it, elevate it. That's great, wonderful. You can't always do that, but sometimes you can. But if you have to be a mamash on the level, that's the thing. So the Kamarna says something similar in the Zohar Chai. He says in the Zohar Chai, that's the soul of redeeming the Peter Chamor, like the Bechor of the Chamor. So the Bechor of the Chamor, first of all, Chamor means chumrius, means material. I don't know if he says this himself, but it's Pashat. Chamor means material, and Peter, right, the firstborn of the Chamor, that's the very beginning thought, right? The thought's hitting you, it's like this chumrius, and you can. So then the question is, what do? Do you uplift it? Do you try to learn some holy thing from it? Or don't you? But what do you do and how do you do it? That's rubbish the question. So he said it depends. Sometimes there's a bechina tzarifa. Sometimes you can be podeh. You podeh b'seh. This bechina of seh, you change it to something in kedusha. You channel it to use for the yitzatov. However you do that, so you start thinking good thoughts. You start whatever it may be, this way or that way. Bechina is synonym. If you can do that, wonderful. Rabbi Nachman said, I don't see men and women. I just see neshamas. I think Rabbi Meir also said such a thing. He's very. I remember speaking to Chassidish Yidden. He's unusual because he takes a lot of time. He's a lot of attention to when a woman comes to speak to him, just like a man the same way. But he's super separate and really careful in every. But someone comes to talk to him, so he's very, He's very, very, very available. He said that's like a godless. The person could do that. So. Actually, yeah. So you have this bechina of the you're podeh b'seh. You're able to transform it into something holy and bring it right. This right. Uplifted it the way it should be uplifted. He said, if you're not, so then you kill it. So again, this idea of killing is the thought, the negative thought, the Peter Chamor, you can't handle it. So get rid of it. Just throw it to Azazel, get it out of your face, like, bring it and pick it up. That's how he explains. And every person we have to know that really everything starts in the machshava, and everything has to do with the rotzim. And then that's this idea again, the same thing of like the barrier. Like you can choose, and you can say, listen, I want to be here at this time, I want to be here at that time, and actually show up and become part of something. It's much easier to really make it then. That's another thing in that beautiful book, Shorshim. This is so nice about Talmud Torah. That a big part of the whole Talmud Torah thing is the idea of like getting the or. Very beautiful. The or, it's like so nice. It's an or ein sof. It's or of Hashem. You want to be imbued and filled with. It's that learning Torah does that. Every element of Torah. You need Gemara every day. You need Mishnah every day. You need Medrash every day. You need all these different things, because all of them, some things are strong. Obviously, so from his perspective, obviously it's the strongest thing. But they all bring a different aura in the person. They give you an aura. Give you a clarity. They give you this deep connection. They fill you up with the aura of Hashem. It's like an incredible thing. Like Yisrael writes with Kuchim Yichuchad. You want to get to that place where you have this oneness, you're bringing it out. That's a very different thing. So you want to get the or. So Zocher, you get the or. You don't want to be in that place where you're fighting, you're struggling in the gutter. It's weak, it's hard. Now he brings also a new soul that's broken in place, but he's very clear right there. Because again, the malchus means you're suffering. There's a the malchus going down to the lower worlds. The person he's suffering, he's struggling. It's not so pashut. You have to, as you fall, you're bringing that down. You're making it harder to fire the nikud of the sparks the way you should. Hashem shall be zocher to throw out the bad thoughts, to connect to the Torah of emes, connect the right way, to have the point itself filled with erev.